Barak Yahweh, Barak Al Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Al Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Al Shai. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstones. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, out there that's pushing this work. This is part 2 of Esau's destruction. I must go back where we left off on Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh. Where are the fishers? We're fishers of men. Fishers of the elect, to be exact, the 1/3 to be exact. And they shall fish them, and after a while send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. So that's talking about that spiritual power. Because we're not going to defeat Esau with his own blessing, which was the sword. We're going to defeat him with spiritual power through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, or Kadash. All right, I'll go ahead and read 17 for the hell of it. Well, for the sake of it, for the sake of the elect, the 1/3. For mine eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes. And first I will recompense their iniquities, and then their sin double, because they have defiled my land. They have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. We're talking about Esau, and Esau basically leading the whole world into darkness. The only ones who really ain't corrupt are the ones that are in this truth, that hold fast the name Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. The Lord ain't dealing with the 2/3 of Israel. The Lord ain't dealing with these Gentiles. So next one will be Obadiah. All right, Obadiah 1. What chapter 1? It's really just one chapter, but we'll read verse 15 and 18. Actually, we'll start with verse 9 and 10. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. So the Lord said that these people are going to be cut off by slaughter. I'm pretty sure not all of them, but all of them eventually. Because these Edomites got to go into captivity for 1,000 years. Then, the Lord is going to destroy them and their souls. That's one reason it says, fear not him who can destroy the body, but rather fear Yahweh who can destroy body and soul. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Come on. Now we're going to go to 15 and 18. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. So, just how, we went through slavery, they got to go through slavery. Just how our babies were, killed and fed to all types of manner of beasts, their babies got to go through the same thing. How our women got ravished, trust and believe their women will be ravished. I mean, it's everything these people have done is going to be turned on to him. Now, are we going to be doing the wicked shit they did, like raping, like bending over Edomite men and raping them in the ass? Fuck no. Are we going to be hanging them? Fuck yes. Are we going to be burning them? Fuck yeah. Are we going to be put them through heavy torment? Yeah. Are we going to make them, make the male slaves, Edomite slaves, fuck their own moms? Fuck no. Everything will be done in order. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, Israel, I mean, they've took all that we've had. The only thing that they can't take from us is this knowledge of Yahweh and Yahushai. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. So these Edomites are going to be more fucked up than they ever been in the history of man. Not just the Edomites, these Africans, those Africans are going into slavery. These Assyrians, the children of Ishmael, they're going into slavery. These the children of Elam, those Indians with the red dot on the head, they're going into slavery. If you're not a part of the 12 tribes of Israel, prepare for slavery. All right, was that it on that one? 15 to 18, yeah, we'll keep reading. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. So we're going to take everything they have. We're going to take their gold, any land they thought they had, that's ours. Their beautiful women, concubine. I mean, all this is going to play out. We just got to hold fast for the kingdom. That's why the men of Israel have laid up our treasures in heaven, because where our treasures are, our heart will be. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. That's the northern and southern kingdom of the 12 tribes of Israel. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for a stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken it. Okay. So I think that's it on Obadiah. We're going to go to Matthew. Matthew 12. Matthew 12, we're going to read 25 and 26. And Yahushua knew their thoughts, and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? Right. The Lord said he's going to send Egyptian against Egyptian, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. I mean, all these 50 states are gonna, there's gonna be war in these 50 states. This kingdom, talking about the U.S., is gonna have to fight all these other kingdoms that they've been bullying all these years. You have to understand, these high elites know that they're the most powerful in the earth. And if you know Esau, Esau's very he's very prideful. There we go. And he uses that to his best advantage. Like, sometimes Esau waits for some fuck shit to happen, and when he can't wait long enough, he'll start a war. Like, he'll start demonizing different countries. So he has given himself a reason to go fuck with these countries for the resources and all other types of shit. Or sometimes these Edomites, and not just talking about America, but in other countries such as Russia, sometimes they'll I'm gonna just say heathen, because the Moabites and the Ammonites, children of Moab, children of Ammon, which are the Chinese and Japanese, they do it too. Sometimes they just shoot rockets just to show a form of power. I think it was 2018, 2019. I think the Moabites shot a rocket over, basically showing that they could reach America, was what they're really trying to say. If they wanted to, they could reach America. But it apparently, I think, was just like a little test. And I remember that very next day, it was on the news saying that people were thinking that war was about to go on, that was going to initiate war. But I'm pretty sure America had like ships, and that they had ships holding nuclear missiles and shit, and they had jets and shit just ready on command, because you know that Esau, the Americans is what I'm talking about. They're known to master the air. If you fuck with America, they'll have, or any allies of America, they'll have over 100 motherfucking jets at your shit in what, 5 minutes, like. But once again, we can't fear, these Edomites, because we have to fear who gave them that blessing, which is Yahweh. Ezekiel. Love saying it like that. Ezekiel. Ezekiel 25. Ezekiel 25. We'll read 12 to 14. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh our power, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended and revenged himself upon thee. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom. You have to understand that when Esau fucked with us, that's initiating war on God, on Yahweh. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh our power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. That's when we get that supernatural power. And they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh. Next we get Ezekiel chapter 35. All right, Ezekiel 35. This is a longer one. It's I'm gonna read 15 verses, but just listen closely. Listen closely. Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came up. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if y'all heard. I'm gonna read 35, 1 to 15. Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. Mount Seir is talking about them Edomites. And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh our power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord I am the Lord Yahweh, God of Israel. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh our power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Right, I smirked at that because, listen, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, our power, I will prepare thee unto blood. The Lord said he's going to give them blood. And blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And that's really the Most High talking shit to these Edomites. Because he was like, since you so comfortable with, killing, and, just killing and basically spilling blood, well, I'm gonna do the same to you. I'm gonna make sure that a lot of blood spilled in Edom, and Mount Seir. Basically, the Mount Seir is gonna be drenched with blood. Not the actual Mount Seir, but just the whole Edomite. What's a good word for it? Edomite nation is gonna be, just death, and people are gonna know that this is how you should not live, and this is what happens when you go against the children of Israel. Blood has to be upon blood. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passes out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men. In thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. Khan, one of the powers that, one of the jobs that's going to be done in the kingdom is helping clean this earth up. We're going to have these slaves, all these dead bodies are going to be in the street and, in the field and all these other places. All these bodies got to be picked up and burned or buried or whatever. We ain't doing that shit. We'll, instruct these other nations on doing it, but that's just a part of their captivity is, helping us revive the earth, because all Esau has done and these other heathen nations, all they've done is really hurt the earth terribly. There's plastic everywhere. We have to understand Earth it's a beautiful place. A beautiful place. Even with all this bullshit happening, there's still places on the earth that, you feel like you're able to think more clearly when you're there. That's why, some brothers like to get out the city sometimes and just, go explore nature, because that's how it's supposed to be. This earth is a true kingdom, and we're gonna be taking the kingdom by force when Yahushua gets back. And I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh. And how it says, and ye shall, no, and thy cities shall not return, because, some of these Edomites know that World War III is coming. And a lot of them believe that even if, America was to get fucked up, we would just rebuild. But that's not what the Lord says. He said, I will make the perpetual desolation, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh. Because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord Yahweh was there. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, our power, I will even do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. Right, and when the Lord's known, we'll be known as well. When everyone knows who the Heavenly Father is, that he's a black man, and that his name's Yahweh, and his son Yahweh Shai, and that they only died for the Israelites, well, that forces them to know who the Israelites is, especially when we have that spiritual power. You're going to know who Yahweh's people versus, the children of Satan. And I'll make myself known among them when I have judged thee, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies that thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given unto us to consume. Because Esau, believed that he has the whole world in his hand, which the world was given to the hand of the wicked, but that hand is losing strength. That world is being pulled out. The Lord's starting to show who's the wicked and who's the righteous. And they against the mountain of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given unto us to consume. These Edomites believe, we're nothing but less than dogs, that we really belong back into slavery and shit like that. Thus say with your mouth, ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoices, I will make thee desolate. And thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate. So will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know I am the Lord Yahweh. Right? Yeah. It just shows you, just because they ain't getting their back beaten right now, or right when, for the last 400 years that they've been untouched, we have to understand that 1,000 years here is, like what, a day in the spirit realm? So when you see Yahushua come back, it's basically because what, he was here 2,000 years ago. Well, in the spirit realm, that's like 2 days. So when he comes back with heavy future, it's basically like Yahushua got, it's like he got hung on that cross 2 days ago. When he comes back, that's why he says, don't think I come to bring peace, but a sword. see our next scripture. Job. Job 9. And 24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So if Esau ain't the wicked, if the white man ain't the wicked, and all even after all the proof of what he's done, who is the wicked? And when it says he covered the faces of the judges thereof, that's like when all those ancient pictures of Yahushua and the disciples, when you'll see those pictures, you see nothing but black faces. Well, what did he do? He whitewashed everything. He made it into his image, which you got to pay for that shit. This man went around stealing other people's heritage. He stole our identity and told us we were just niggas. That, we were nothing but sons of slaves, when if you go further than that, you'll find out that we're the people of the living God, Yahweh. Job 27:15. There that remain of him shall be buried in death. Con. So any of these motherfucking people who think that they don't get away, it's not. All right, through the Spirit, I read up. I want to share this with y'all. Chapter 27, and I'm gonna read 13 to 15. This is the portion of a wicked man with Yahweh, and remember, who was the world given to? The hand of the wicked. So this definitely deals with him. And the heritage of oppressors, and we know who our oppressors are. The same people who got us working this goddamn 9 to 5 every day. Same people who got us hating life every day. The same people that got our people in the slums. Those are our oppressors. And the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. This is why these whites are going to continue to have babies. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword. He's literally having babies, so to go in captivity and to die. These people are literally born to die. And his offspring shall not be satisfied with the bread. No. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep. That's cold. Imagine all these Edomite men dying, and little Edomite babies dying, and it says right here, and his widow shall not weep, because their women are going to want to get with an Israelite man. Because if we have if an Israelite man don't want any part of that Edomite woman, she has to join the Edomite men in slavery and death, which ultimately they're still going to be in slavery, but it's going to be a little less rough if you're serving an Israelite directly, instead of you out there with the other Edomites. It's kind of like some outside slave and inside slave thing. All right, we got two more scriptures. Joel. See if I can knock this out real fast. All right, Joel, chapter 3, verse 4 to 6. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine, which these are ancient Africans? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, while I return your recompense upon your own head. Because, they sold us into slavery. So, they going to get the same thing. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and we are the silver and gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, the children of Israel. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, the Europeans, that ye might remove them far from their borders. Yeah, they took us out of our land. Well, the Romans pushed us out of our land, and when we fled Roman persecution, we tried to hide among these Africans, these Hamites. And these Africans knew we weren't the same people, so they grabbed us and sold us to the Europeans. All right, Joel chapter 3, I'm going to read 19 to 21. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness, for the violence against the children of Judah, because I have shed innocent blood in their land. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord Yahweh dwelleth in Zion. So that's a cut on people believing that everlasting life is for everybody. No, I'll read it again. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord Yahweh dwelleth in Zion. We know Zion is basically another word for Israel. Yasha Allah. That's pretty much on that lesson. I hope you brothers is edified. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakwa Kodash. Peace and blessings. I hope y'all enjoyed this part 2. Stay tuned for my next episodes.